All right. Good morning, Virgo. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, bringing you your tarot reading for this lunar cycle and bringing you the things that you might expect during these times. This lunar cycle is going to take a month. So, um, what are some of the key things that I want to go over? In a month, Pisces is going to, Mars is going to be semi sort of conjoining Neptune in Pisces. That is in your seventh house. And so this is outlining relationship things and things having to do with like intimate relationships, close friendships, and things like that, Virgo. So you guys are going to be dealing with relationships, and some of you guys might get annoyed. I see generally whenever I see Mars going through the seventh house sector, I usually see quick outbursts. I guess I could see some violence depending on what kind of Virgo you're dealing with. Well, what kind of Virgo you are, what kind of Virgo you're dealing with for cross watchers, right? And because Virgo and Pisces is a healing axis. So Pisces is a spiritual healer, Virgo the physical healer. So in this sense, it's not so much that your energy is necessary on a physical level and looking at the key details of the physical world. It's much more using that energy and that fire and that passion that you have to transform your relationships in a spiritual manner. And that's clearly what I see here. You guys have Chiron in your eighth house in Aries, so I don't think that is a very, very easy thing to do. Now, I feel like because this card fell out sideways like this, right? I feel like I feel like some of you guys have this like daydream look on your face, like longing for the days that used to be, and the longing for the way that things used to be in our daily schedules, our daily lives. For Virgos, you guys have been rather social even through this lockdown. I know that regardless of what's going on, that you can't be held down. You're gonna be out there. You're gonna be in the crowd. That's already that's already known. But I do feel like you guys have been kind of splitting the care and the nurturing, the love uh, that you could be pointing towards yourself. I feel like you kind of are having a share of it. You're having some for yourself. You're having some for other people, and generally, I feel like it's draining you. So, oh, look at that. So the horse was going to jump out. Of course, the horse is all about stability. In order for you to gain that stability, you have to trust your intuition. And that's exactly what you're being told to do, especially with Neptune in Pisces, is trusting your intuition about your relationships and just trusting your intuition and when to make the right moves. Now, aside from Chiron in your eighth house in Aries, you have to get past those blocks. And at the same time, you have to understand that there's certain key aspects of your dreams that require that you take some type of action that involves a unique you. Something that you've been thinking about for a good little, 20 days at the very least now, since this, I want to say since a couple days before the last new moon. And maybe these are things that you didn't pull the trigger on before, but you guys are going to have at least somewhat of a chance to get things started, on the mental front towards, generating this cash flow that you guys really are looking for. One thing that I do feel is that you guys have been focusing a lot on just like having fun and playing around and stuff like that. I do feel that yes, that could build camaraderie and stuff like that, but at the same time, I feel the necessary need for strength building is what's going on for you guys. Now, you guys have Venus, and you guys are going to have the North Node going into Gemini. These are both in your 10th house sectors. 10th house of a Gemini is all about communication. It's all about uh, caring for the crowds and caring for the people who you entertain. I guess for some of you guys, some might not resonate with that message, but really, it's about like understanding how to reach your goals. And I feel like Virgo, you guys have a very, very good mind in terms of understanding how to be critical in that aspect, right? I don't have to tell you, Virgo. I don't have to tell you at all, Virgo. You already know how like critical, hypercritical, I guess you could say you could be, but really, it's all about just feeling the vibrations, just getting into touch with your passion and with your heart, and it really is about connecting to the crowds and feeling that energy because you guys had tarantula and you guys had the fire ants right next to it. I mean, not right behind it. Now the fire ants, yes, sometimes you might get angry. Sometimes there might be times where you feel like you want to just retreat, close your trap door and that's it. Um, no, not with the raccoon in the reverse. This is saying that let your talents. Uh, I feel like your talents have to build up, especially while you're building up this courage. So don't stop progressing towards your goal, but start working on your talents, and then from there, let the universe guide you like a lamb. So long as you're not impatient, I see um, I see transformations and changes coming your way. So that's very, very good message, right? Hey, look at that. I'm at 7 minutes. And I've already gone through what I feel is the majority of the astrological aspect. So let's see what the fairy oracles have to say to you guys. And all right, so I feel like some of you guys don't feel like you're, well, for lack of a better term, kissed by the pixies, right? Like I feel like some of you guys don't feel like you have that universal blessing, but I mean, just take a look for a second at your surroundings, where you're at. One thing that I always associate now with this card is things could be worse, right? Especially when I see this card in the reverse, is things could be worse, but things are better than what you probably perceive them to be, right? So there's that aspect. Now, ooh, you guys got three cards on this one. All right, so with the Piper is all about listening to the music of the universe, paying attention to the tune of the universe, and um, connecting to the universe. Because when we get the Piper, have you paid the Pied Piper, right? Have you paid attention to his song, right? Because that's another way to pay, right? Paying with your attention. This comes out to a 6, and you can't really. Uh, make this stuff up, but if you take a look at his card, it's 24, right? 2 plus 4 is 6. 2 plus 4, I mean, this is a 6 right now, but yeah, I mean, 2 plus 4 is 6, and at the same time, you got the 2 card right here too. So, let me see if I can find this. Okay, so 626. I don't know if you guys have been seeing 626. I know I have. And 626 is one of those numbers that helps you to realize that your choices really do create your wealth and abundance and stuff like that. It's your choice whether you want to have courage or not. And it's your choice whether you want to move forward in a way that you can allow the universe to guide you, or a way where you can like feel out the situations of the universe and stuff like that. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Alright. So we're back. 626. Sixes and twos. I see that threes could be important too. But let's see how much more we could progress this, and then we'll see what we get. What else we get out of it. Okay, so you guys are at a gate. I knew somebody was at a gate or getting ready to approach a gate, and this gate is towards happiness. You can't really lie when you have these cards like this. This is number two. This is number three. Twos and threes, pretty important. Um, and if you look at the well, if you, I'm gonna point it down for a second. If you look at the cards, you have the three, the six, right, the Pied Piper. Then you have the two, and you have the six, and then you have the three on this side. So 3, 6, 2, 6, 3. This is actually a palindrome number still. And I say that because everything's perfectly like upside down and right side up and upside down. Like this is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and I feel like this is the message. So let's see what I can draw from this. Overall, Source has everything in check. The reason you're not approaching this gate and the reason you're not getting your happiness over here with this exorcist in the reverse right here has a lot to do with the things that you tell yourself. Now, I have if the lion is showing up, I feel like you guys tell yourself, um, well, I'm not courageous enough. I don't got enough strength to do it. I don't got enough influence. I don't have enough power, basically. Yeah, I don't have the power to do this. I don't have the energy. I don't have the self care behind myself in order to honor myself enough to be able to um, make changes in my life. You have that connection. You hear the messages of the universe. You have that intuitive ability, but whatever it is that you're telling yourself, it's keeping yourself from passing through that gate, and it's also keeping yourself from being happy, Virgo. I as a Virgo, I know you tell yourself quite a bit, but mainly the key of it is to maintain balance, bring some balance back into your life, but more importantly in the emotional aspect or the emotional arena, because I feel like your emotions are one of the things that causes this whole thing to kind of happen over and over again in various different relationships for you guys. Now, I do want to mention there are going to be some delays, and especially with Saturn going through your 12th house, there's definitely going to be delays. Um, you also have Mars getting ready to go into the 12th house, so you're not going to have the energy for very much other than what you need to do. This could be work. This could be anything really, but I do feel like you guys. Oh wait. Sorry, Virgo. I'm all over here talking about Pisces. Okay, so Virgo. All right, so yeah. Let's see. You have Mars going through your sixth house. And you have Saturn going through your sixth house. Okay, so that's where the Saturnian influence is coming in. Now you're gonna feel like there's so much more that you could be doing during the day, but there is a necessary need to temper yourselves, Virgo. I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to want to be out in the crowds and out and about, but this is one of those times where it's going to be necessary for you guys to kind of just relax and chill and, just temper that energy. There's going to be delays. There's no doubt about that. So don't try to rush the process. Don't become impatient. And at the same time, just realize that certain things are ending, and there's no necessary need to be scared of them. Things might appear like they're flippy flopping on their heads, and like your whole world's being turned upside down and stuff like that. You're gonna run into fears, Virgo. Uh, Easily enough, you're gonna run into these fears. Just maintain a happy disposition and just keep building that fun and pleasure that you guys have been building up because that's gonna help you to feel that love from the universe. All right, so that is very interesting indeed. All right, so now I'm just gonna pull this up. All right, so I'll just keep it right there. Y'all don't need to see the top of my head, do you? All right, let's see what the Rider Waite has to say. Let's see, 432. Hmm. All right, so yeah, there's definitely a necessary need to kind of reflect upon this. You have the knowledge, Virgo. Um, I feel like you've been looking at this from a totally different angle than what you've been needing to see it in. I guess you could say it. That's the word that came through. Been needing to see it. So I feel like you guys have been looking at things one way, Virgo, and there's so many different options that could happen, especially when sevens are involved, and especially when you take time to think, right? But I feel like a lot of you guys have just kind of like not really paying attention to what's in front of you. I do feel like a lot of you guys are cognizant of what's going of the things that you have in front of you, and maybe even cognizant to a specific degree what the lessons are in them. But there's a necessary need for a stronger connection from you, Virgo, to your spiritual faculties, and you're gonna see that a lot real quick when Mars goes into your seventh house sector. All right, so some of you guys, this lack of connection, I know you listen to your intuition, Virgo, and I know that you can draw messages from them. But I do feel like part of whatever you guys are feeling on a financial basis has to do with this lack of connection. Also, it's a lack of understanding your dark side and understanding like how to meld that into your experience. The dark lady always reminds me of Lilith in the Bible. Well, probably not in the current Bible, but well, actually, yes, it is in the current Bible, but only mentioned probably once or twice. Now, part of this has to do with understanding your dark side and being fine with it, being in tune with it, but using it in a constructive way as opposed to a destructive way. And I feel like before you can get to that gate, there's a necessary need to gain control of your thoughts, gain control of your mental faculty. Uh, Communication, I feel communication is necessary. Communication of how you're understanding yourself, I would feel. And also just making that decision to just be fine with whatever it is that you do or whatever it is um, that you feel you are known for. Remember, everything happens from us, so whatever we feel is what's reflected out there. Now, I do feel like some of you guys have maybe felt left in the cold by the universe. I think maybe it's more so that you guys have. Hmm, I feel like you guys feel that you haven't had the financial opportunities that you could. I mean, regardless, you guys are still feeling like winners. You guys are still, uh, feeling that sense of like, yeah, well, at least I have something to show my parents, type of thing, right? And I know a lot of you guys aren't feeling like love. Like this is definitely one of those times, as the Queen states, to be looking at your emotions, to be taking a look at your impulses and stuff like that from a logical perspective, and kind of just like doing like this guy right here, just taking a look at your dreams and your aspirations and your thought processes and stuff like that and your consciousness, but also checking out to see what kind of vessel you're pouring that energy into. You know, and once you actually get that idea, then you'll realize what exactly it is that you have to do. You know, both the Page of Cups and Knight of Cups in the reverse, these are both cups that are telling me that you're not looking for love, and neither are you feeling like you're gonna have it at this time. I feel like you're more ambitious. You know, you're keeping that little dark side to yourself, but at the same time, I feel like you guys are remaining confident, remaining. Look at, I mean, this. I do not even have to. Um, I do not even have to lie or like do anything with this. Look at this. This says it all. Become more ambitious. Do you, and I mean, yeah, you know, take care of your obligations and stuff like that, but do you, and the relationships will come. You know, the in the end, this is what's happening. So long as you let go, Virgo, let go of certain things that no longer suit you, and these are ideas thinking that you're not blessed by the universe, thinking that you don't have the connection, or thinking that you're not strong enough, and that you don't have enough uh, energy conserved to do it. So all right, now we're going to be moving into the die and see what kind of energy you're going to be moving to. All right, so it's definitely going to be dealing with relationships for you, Virgo. This deals with possibly Capricorn and Sagittarius, though I do see a little bit of a Scorpio theme. Um, I do feel like you guys are going to be dealing more with the Capricorn, Sagittarius, maybe even Libra. Now, um, I feel like maybe some of you guys have Libra sisters. Maybe some of you guys have Sagittarius sisters. It could quite possibly be that you guys have um, a Capricorn brother. Maybe some of you guys are dealing with Capricorns. Some of you guys might be in a relationship with the Capricorn. Maybe you guys are dealing with somebody who is a Libra who is in a relationship with the Capricorn, or who has a relationship with a Sagittarius. This could be, you know, a friend. This could be relative. This could be, it doesn't really matter. But part of that Libra quality and the Capricorn qualities, I feel those are some of the things that'll help you bring your mind back on track, and at the same time build up the level of, you know, in- intellectualness that you can have with others, and that's when you'll be able to see that energy kind of move forward and connect on a greater level. So yeah, so basically what's ruining everything that's going on with the Pentacles right now, with the Queen, stuff like that, the Queen of Pentacles, it all has to do with your emotions, with your trusting your intuition. I do feel that some of you guys have not trusted your intuition, and as a result, maybe you guys have been a little bit less stable with finances. But this a lot of this has to do with the Venus and Uranus influence. Um, this has to do very well, quite frankly, with your ninth and 10th house. Definitely having to do with your dreams and following your dreams to make that money, and also, you know, communicating how you find your whatever it is that you do beautiful. What you find, what you find of value in the motherfucker. You know, what do you find of value in your dreams, and in your dreams and aspirations, and how passionately can you dictate that information, right? How passionately can you put it out in a way that would best describe who you want to become and who you want to implement yourself as? So that was quite a mouthful, right? All right, so you guys, and you guys have it in a cool little row. So your guys' main number or energy driving you guys this week is 4. stability. Um, hmm, yeah, stability within relationships. I feel like stability within the everyday sector. That's the reason why Saturn's going through your guys' sixth house of Aquarius. It's meant to slow you down. It's meant to allow you to be able to look at things. Well, I mean, just look at the fun that you've been having and the thing and that emotion that you get from it, and understand that so long as you use the law of karma correctly and you don't try to take advantage of other people, then the only thing that's left is to talk about your accomplishments. And that's pretty much all I see. Um, there's nothing else that comes to me except for the fact that once you get into this space, I mean, it's going to be easier and easier and easier to let go as the process continues, Virgo. But other than that, this is the ending of your reading. If you guys liked it, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for the people who are here on this live stream for supporting me. And you guys are going to see the evolution of tarot and astrology for all and how it moves from, either from this platform and upgrades or upgrades on my own platform and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I want to wish you guys a good night or a good morning wherever it is that you may be in this planet. It is 4:43 a.m. here on the 7th of May, and doing this reading for you guys. I mean, I've been up all night, but I love it. I love doing these readings. I love helping people out, and I hope that this can help you out. So, with that being said, if you haven't done so, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to be notified of the videos that are going to be coming out today. And I don't know if I'll be putting them out tomorrow. I should have them all out today. So, with that, you guys take care. I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All. Catch you later.